Yeah, your name and affiliation?
Just even my name.
And your affiliation, yeah. Name.
I'm Rudy Crew, and I'm the Chief Education Officer for Oregon.
And why, Dr. Crew, did you accept the invitation for the Challenge Academy?
You know, I look for opportunities to talk directly to young people and to their parents about the way by which they should be framing the stair steps of the next portions of their lives. I think of this as a very, very sort of difficult issue. Parents need help with it, young people need help with it, and just to give them motivation and inspiration around the kind of thinking and the kind of approaches that they need, the kind of mindset that they need as they then go into their post-secondary ideas and careers about themselves. It's just powerful to me, and what you've done here in the Challenge Academy, I think, has really just been to take all of that and package it in a way that young people now have a home to kind of resonate and think about these things in.
When you look at Oregon and being new to your position and new to the state, what are some clear goals you've outlined to really address the opportunities for change here in Oregon regarding our educational system?
One of the things that I am really interested in, you heard me talking about it today, is we just really have to reduce and eliminate this achievement gap by virtue of who can read and who can't. The achievement gap is almost always made up of people who are functionally illiterate. That is to say that they just don't know how to read. They don't know how to decode words. They don't know how to use language in ways that are going to ultimately allow them to participate fully in school. So they lose their confidence, then they lose their grades, and then they ultimately begin to kind of lose everything connected to how they would develop. My hope is that one strategy and one opportunity that we're going to have is to kind of elevate this idea of being sort of scholarly because you are a reader. And the second is that I do think we've got to tackle the question of STEMs. You know, the idea of having young people who see themselves as being very, very powerful, very bright in going into STEM careers and going into college and post-secondary pursuits because they do understand science or math or technology and engineering and have some aspirations maybe in that direction. So we've got to be able to get that framed up so that young people see that this means them, that means a place for them in their career.
When you look at the academy hosted by REAP and you see community-based organizations, helping and contributing to the success of student outcomes, can you speak to the value of community-based organizations as allies to the schools to ensure kids are all being successful both academically and also socially?
It's trite to say, but people have been talking for a long time about it takes a village to raise a child. What I think of as what I'm seeing in Oregon is that the village actually is showing up. And I think that the civic community, the business community, the philanthropic community, the employment community, all of these folks are really beginning to kind of wrap themselves around the education possibilities for young people. And as this Challenge Academy unfolds its sail, the hope would be that you'll end up with more and more and more people, not necessarily just in Portland, but throughout the entire state, who as business entrepreneurs, as educational leaders, as places where young students ought to have internships and so forth, where those things become part and parcel of the academic program, to be perfectly honest with you.
Thank you for your time, Dr. Crew. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. My pleasure.